Well, it is a team of SEALs. That is part of their job.
It is their job, yeah. They
How
get
long have
it
you
done,
spent
but they
on
don't
this
get
main
it done
menu?
gracefully.
A collab of history. Hi, Travis. Do you want to put the image on stream, Travis?
Oh, I could put the image on here. I have the image.
Yeah,
Not
I just have
saved, but it's in our DMs, like
to
really like right there.
do it. But also,
Save
do just keep
image.
your eye on this main menu.
Huh?
We got no audio, by the way.
We have no audio. What the flip flop?
Well, okay, no game audio.
Oh, there we go.
I can hear us.
I'm out. I forgot I made a TikTok yesterday. All the audio for like most of the stuff is turned off.
I see. A Minecraft sand wall?
A Minecraft sand wall? What does that even mean? I like how the music changed and you magically spawned in.
Yes. Why did I get a Discord notification? Somebody else was streaming. Wow. No, they're not.
You gonna go back to the same spot yesterday, or would you like to relocate?
Put me in the bottom right would make sure I'm small.
Like a thumbnail?
No, bottom left. Left. Dog.
Dog.
Great dog. Great dog.
Welcome to the cavern of all caverns. What?
Travis.
Put him behind your shoulder like Aku. Oh, or like
Aku. Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Aku. And then there's also the lady's name from Challenge Showdown who follows around Jack Spicer.
I've never seen that one.
You never seen Challenge Showdown?
I think I might have seen. Hold on, I need to make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Okay, I remember seeing this on TV, but not paying a whole lot of attention to it, and I don't remember anything else about it except for the kid that reminds me of Krillin.
Oh, Omi or whatever it is. I forget his name.
I don't know. If I had a talk sprite for that, I'd say use that, but I don't, and I don't know where the actual hand drawing is. So
There we go.
this time I actually
Perfect. Look at that.
I don't have a shadow. Never mind. It's perfect. Yes, I am the prince. You have to slay me, Travis. My phone just vibrated.
I don't know about that one, Tree. Spider-Man villain now.
I missed
How do
a
you
call.
feel? Oh shit. Do you need to take this call?
Actually, yeah. So that was.
All right. I'll see you.
My grandparents.
You have grandparents?
One. Just one.
I don't have grandparents anymore.
Said I got a voicemail from.
Thank you, Travis.
Where is anything on this phone?
Oh my god, my eyes after sneezing like that. Holy moly.
Okay, no, the voicemail it was telling me about was from January.
It's like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You not clear out your voicemails?
Not really. I don't get enough to feel the need to.
I keep that shit empty. Your chest is easy. Sometimes my back muscles will like flex real hard when I sneeze, and it like causes pain in my back. That's about it. Not a good feeling. In your upper back, like right in between my shoulder blades, it's like, like it's awful. It feels absolutely terrible.
That sounds terrible, yeah.
It feels terrible. It's a disaster. But yeah. Alright.
Well, I'm ready when you are. What's the plan?
We're just gonna dive right into it. I got the save slot ready and
Hell yeah.
you broke a record at a hair salon today. I got 7 pounds worth of hair cut off.
7
Oh my
pounds? God. I had a lot of hair. And I got that cut off. That wouldn't be nearly 7 pounds.
It has to have been a lot of hair.
God damn, Travis. Impressive.
You're here to slay her? If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I don't remember what I was doing last time. I slayed the princess. She also killed me.
I can recap you.
Yeah.
So for this chapter 1, you didn't take the blade, and you walked down into the basement. Took a look at her chains. Went back upstairs to try the door, see if you could find anything. Door shut in your face. Went back down. She started chewing her arm off to get out of the chains. And then the knife magically appeared.
You
in the
saw
room.
right.
You cut her out, and then as soon as she turned her back on you, you stabbed her.
Tried to stab her.
Tried to stab her.
We did.
She dodged out of the way a little bit.
Or supposedly.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if she died afterward, but she jumped at you like an animal
Yes.
and killed you, and now you're
I
here.
feel like if I talk to him about like literally anything, he's just gonna be like, haha, this hasn't happened yet.
A
Like,
warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Oh, the voice of the opportunist. I see.
Oh.
Because I tried to stab her when she turned around.
Yeah.
After I
The
tried to
corner
set
of
her
the
free.
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade
That's a
perched
slab of
on its
mud?
edge. The blade is your implement.
Yeah.
You'll need it if you
Interesting.
want to do this right.
Brody.
Alright, what do I do? Take the knife, approach the mirror. To the basement. I'm gonna take the knife.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Alright.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Approach the mirror, enter the basement. You don't say anything about the mirror and all. Every time I've approached the mirror, I smudge it away and nothing happens. So we're gonna go to the basement.
The door to the
Okay.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak
Locks of
starlight from the
tangled hair.
cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening
Go
below.
up, took a poop.
It shines in the darkness like some
Out of
kind
bed.
of massive
What?
maw,
Oh, no.
waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably.
Probably.
I'm not nasty. Hello? Say nothing.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
He's the boss, I guess, maybe.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Holy moly, who's this
You can just
scrungler
make
on the
out the shape
screen?
of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far
Scrungler.
wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Got a tail, she's scrungling.
And there you are. One hand tucked away
Yeah.
behind your back, gripping that sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Cheater!
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk
You're
to
so
her.
right,
You're just going to
bestie.
make things more difficult than they have to be.
Even though he is the opportunist.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Really? Where'd you get it?
Whoa, I bought it on
I've been looking
eBay.
into getting one for myself.
Bought it on buyatoung.com.
Oh, okay. Not sponsored.
Yep. Whoa.
A lot of options.
There's a lot of options. There's a whole lot of options. I apologize. you know?
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Okay.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it. You should be trusted. I mean, technically, I'm the untrustworthy one.
You did stab her in the
I
back.
did. I stabbed her in her back. Game is sponsored by Goofus O's. They will make you explode with flavor.
They will make you explode.
Brandon, in
Period.
fact, neither of us are gonna get
Full stop.
anywhere if we can't trust each other unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. Nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. I think this is a gesture of my goodwill. I trust you enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to. Let's be straightforward with my intentions. I don't care for how you treated me last time. I think you might be in danger to the world. I'm going to attack you.
What's the plan, boss?
Well,
Saw you hovering that option.
One?
Heard the gears turning.
First one?
Sure. Hee
There we go with the
I
first
don't
one.
need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains
Oh.
fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Oh. Oh, get the sense that you're not happy with
Is
me.
that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Oh.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want.
Oh.
The cabin lets
Oh.
prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
Hmm? What?
My wife?
Why?
I mean, she's right.
Yes.
Oh.
I see two options. Alright, I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Look at me. Alright, I'm gonna
You're
try
going
to
to
be the
get
better,
every one of you.
good
You know
person,
that,
even though I
right?
stabbed her in the back last time.
But of course,
Okay.
I stabbed her in her, like,
you toss the
armpit
blade
or
at the
something,
princess's
right?
feet. She
What are
eyes
you
it
trying
with
to stab her in the
suspicion
back?
before kneeling
She
down
just
and picking it
dodged.
up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Didn't you?
She is a cat girl. You are right.
It seems to be that way.
I think you know what choice I would choose. Or at least you will when you read it.
Beautiful, I want to actually save you. This feels like the only way to do it.
I am a simple man. But you do whatever you want to.
You're beautiful.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then
Oh.
she buries the blade in your heart.
Well,
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I'm dead.
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us. Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway. I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know
Why
about the
did you let
princess,
me
and
stab
clearly
you?
already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad that this isn't your first time through.
I already know it's a different place. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's like through and shit. Bling. If I leave, I'm like planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart. Alright, we're going to do that. No matter what happens next time, just sleep.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain,
Roses.
the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
There's a
The
little bit
only
of color in
furniture
this
about
game.
is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine...
Poppies, I think.
Wait,
Puppies?
isn't right? There's
Pretty
supposed to be
sure.
a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
I'll approach the mirror. I don't feel like
You step
talking to the
forward and
narrator
approach
about
the
it.
scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us.
Look in the
Reach
mirror.
forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the
Step through the
basement.
frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going.
They're only
Because
thoughts.
we have to.
I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, figure out a way out of here for good. Don't know what I want. Never really chose to be here. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk, really talk, with feet down the steps. I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here, and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the steps.
Continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? Did you think I would uphold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Reach for the blade. Prison of your own. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to swallow in it, be my guest. Don't think I have anything left to say. I'm going to be like that. I'm going to leave. Have a nice life. Wow. I'm here to laugh. I'm here to see you.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. And like I can say, change your mind. Blade, and then these are the ones for.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Wow.
Oh, it scared the hell out of me. Hi, Doc.
Hello. Welcome.
Doc's played this game.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. But it does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Maybe it's past time for either of us to take anything. All that counts as action. This is a tough one. It's like I feel like asking her for it more polite than like reaching for it after like saying a bold statement.
Follow your heart.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. I'll be damned! She really gave it to us. It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do. I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter.
You not
He's
like
been
us.
with us
You not
the
like
whole
us.
time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just wanted my blade. Oh my god, I'm gonna cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want.
That's what
and
an opportunist
I believe
does.
with whole heart that this
Yeah.
is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See?
Will Goofus
We're
be
all
getting
friends
repo?
here, united in our actions and intentions.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, united. But the
What
other
is
one has a
Rat
point.
Shaker?
If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends.
It's a weird fucking game. I streamed
Take
it the
the
other day.
blade to the
Ooh.
thorny vines
I see, I
imprisoning
see.
the
I
princess,
think I had you
and she
turned on,
flinches,
I don't know if I was watching
relaxing
that.
only slightly as the blade
I see.
slices into the thick vegetation rather
Watch
than
it
her
for a
arm.
little bit. I seen you like walking around
She
like a first
flinches
person
again as the
game.
last of the vines is cut away, as
Yeah, that
if,
was it.
after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
I hate
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Just really hate the people who put us here, or of course I did. Well, I didn't do it because I hate them. I did it because
She smiles.
I want to see the
her
better
hand slipping into
position
yours,
for
and
her.
the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
I've been to the thorns or cut the thorns?
Follow your heart.
Step into them.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
Lamau.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Yoink!
Give her back! Come on!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into
And
it
I'd
right
just
now
like
is
to
going to be the
say-
end of everything.
Before
It's
pristine
gonna
cut,
do something to us.
that was my number
I
one
can
favorite
feel
route.
it.
I'm glad you got it.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
That was pretty good.
Okay. If you say so.
If
We'll
you
trust
say
you.
so.
So, this is all going to work out. Finally, we're going places.
1 second, Doc, before I read the DMs, because I was trying to get through this thing before I get distracted. Oh god, what is that? Palico. No
Huh?
face. Palico had no face.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Me and my big old Arakakra monster hands. Long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Coach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
A rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? 3 stars are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? You think we're real?
I'm not real.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They're
not like us.
last.
Man.
If I did, I would already be awake.
So that's a long option right there.
Yeah.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Your thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Long ass option, it says. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does, I know. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Yeah.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
The douche. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a
Excuse you,
path in the
princess.
woods, and at the end of that path is
Alright,
a
sneaky narrator.
Stinky.
Does
Motherfucker
it?
smells like.
He's in your head. How can you
Formaldehyde.
spell
Is
him?
slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses
Can't believe Thavis is a
something of
monarchist.
value
SMH my
to
head.
society.
He's a zombie too.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's
You
dangerous.
better go
She's
catch
not
it.
dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Aww, what if I...
What if you...
Are you serious?
What if I say no again?
No, you have to do it.
No, what if I just don't again?
You already turned around and laughed.
I did. What if I do it again?
Can't
though?
do it again.
Why not? Why not? No, I'm joking.
I ain't answering no questions.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it will be to pull yourself out. Then each
Say
and
Spider
every one of
Princess?
us
Yeah.
is doomed. So sure, go
Web of
talk
lies,
to her.
Spider
Who said
Princess.
that?
See how that turns out for all of us.
Huh?
Ooh.
What?
Spider Princess?
I didn't
Make
say
your
anything
way
weird.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Don't
We're
you
supposed
look at
to
the camera at
save
me.
princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Going inside the cabin. Got OG.
Wait, real quick.
The interior of
Look
the
at the
cabin is
camera one
almost
more time.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a
Understandable. Have a
pristine
nice day.
blade. The blade is your
Alright. We're going to... Leave the blade again. See if we'll get it back. Free.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Hello.
Is someone there?
Hey, how's it going?
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Paying very close attention to that doorway, eh?
Yep.
You
Anything
are?
on you?
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
It's Milli
There's a
Vanilli.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I don't know.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for
How
her
could you
to
come
never
here
see
without the
light
key,
of the
Thaddeus? What the
day.
fuck?
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Right, I forgot you were a bird. In that case,
Maybe there's some way to Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out
I
of them.
haven't played Banjo-Kazooie.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Go.
If we were stuck down here long
Go,
enough,
ho,
I'm sure
ho,
we'd
ho,
be
ho,
nonchalant
ho, ho.
about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally
Oh,
be
yo, ho.
free. You attempt to make your way out of the
forgot how the
basement, but the door at the top
Diamond
of the
guy
stairs
speaks.
slams shut. You hear the
Baho.
click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone
Ew,
else here?
Ikaboka. Ikaboka.
Oh.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay
Ikaboka.
the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I tried to do the falsetto Ikambokum, but nothing came
Try
out.
the door. It's
Oh.
locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier
Well, I'm kind
for
of a
everyone.
rebel, okay?
Look at the mess you're in.
Crazy.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth,
Tasty.
her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better
Crunchy
judgment,
bones.
you
I
place
would
the
have been
blade
them big old
against the
eyes.
ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles
I
softly
think you should
as
probably
her
give her a
gaze meets
hand.
yours,
Yep,
blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically
God,
to the
I'm so
ground.
fucking funny.
you are.
How
I
is she
agree.
still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Thank you for
No,
saving me. I
We
was so
won't have
thirsty.
any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Alright. Uh-huh. You did nothing but warn her this time.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Something's come over
I've
you,
already killed her
hasn't it?
like this
Y-
before.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
There are no repeats.
Correct.
Your body lunges forward,
Yes.
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move
Resist.
the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently
That's
not.
crazy. She just
Though it
stabbing
doesn't
me.
matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A
Yeah.
stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
I mean,
With
she
one
said she
last
was sorry.
thrust of the knife,
Very true.
your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ugh. Chapter 2!
You're on a path in the
The
woods,
damsel.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement
Damsel
of that
in
cabin
the dress.
is a princess.
Brooms.
You're here to slay her.
I mean, you're
If
not
you
wrong.
don't,
I'm
it
not,
will
I'm
be
correct.
the end of the world.
Yippee! Your terrible video shoot, it's already happened. Okay, now if I die, what am I doing here? Oh, you guys are here for it now. Why's your tricks? Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Why is
She
she
will
gonna
lie.
cheat?
If only you
Let's
knew
steal.
what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he
The
said
voice of the
anything.
smitten.
But he
Look,
is
it's
a
me.
villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He is trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
I think he just
They
likes
must
hearing
be
himself talk.
expressed.
I do.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
In the cabin, there I go.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine
yeah.
threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a
The door's
royal
still pretty
prison.
fucking ugly, though.
The only furniture of note is an
Mean.
ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if I just don't take? What if I just? I'm the biggest sweetheart in the world
The
right
door
now.
to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate
Oh.
stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the
Hemorrhoids.
stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh?
Her
Hemorrhoids.
voice. It's somehow
Why?
even more
I
beautiful
mean, you get stuck
than
in
last
in
time.
a stone basement for the
I
rest of your
think
life,
we're
like
in
hemorrhoids.
love. Okay,
Sure.
I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else, and you can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Didn't bring an actual to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I'm gonna ask you after you killed me back then. Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Or rescue the princess. I can't even kill her this time. I can only rescue her.
Well, you didn't take the knife.
It's true.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
He's so right.
He's so right.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a
This
joyful
time.
embrace.
Mhm.
Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
You're so right, Mr. Smitten.
What do we do now?
Hell yeah.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible.
Scared the hell out of me.
Is the only thing
Wow.
you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me.
Oh my
That's all
God.
I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Somehow that one didn't scare me.
Wow.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire
That
world
is literally just the thing
slipping
I was
through
like, I
your
won't figure
fingers
this out
as they
later, let's go.
intertwine with hers.
Yeah!
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Exactly. Tell him,
You listening
Goofus.
to this? You don't have to go along with the every
Yeah.
whim of delusional
Well,
thoughts.
he said.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Open
do
the
it.
door together.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Hee hee.
I
Hee hee.
hate you.
Hee hee,
You know,
indeed.
if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
I would like cycle to not loop infinitely. Or I would well, I would like to continue the cycle.
Follow
Yes, I
your
suppose you are
heart.
going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it! What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Why? Don't want to make her a coat?
I don't want to make her a coat.
But you've got so many feathers.
She's
You
not-
can't share.
Where did she go?
Oh,
Should we try and find
Fucked
her?
up.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
huh?
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Yippee!
Yeah!
Look into the mirror. What do you see?
You are nothing at all.
Yep. A bird. A bird.
I think you know what I am. The narrator, yes.
You got a
I
lot of
suppose
options.
that's my
here.
job, isn't it?
Oh shit.
You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Alright.
Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Because they left a burger in the microwave.
The monitor, I didn't.
Or the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
There's a lot of these, huh?
Yeah.
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Oh god, I always knew I was special. Slice of soggy bread?
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying. So I am.
I think you're out of
It's like I
time.
said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Oh man, Shatner, the narrator was right. You were long, quiet, and fast. Lead to the cabin one last time. Are there things there's nothing for you to find? Oh. I summon Gazorpazorp, eater of Cheetos.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What do you mean, nope?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I don't want to say anything and influence anything.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. Your left right drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Real quick, address this vessel statement directly opens more options.
Oh.
Yeah, like an extra menu, which you can then go back and go to these other ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were both taken by the moment. It was how things are meant to be.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, an endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change. Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
My massive mob. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of there is only the flood of bodies. You hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end,
The amalgamated princess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Both of us were
The stranger.
Yeah.
We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
That one's kind of harsh. The world doesn't need you.
Hee hee.
Did I kill the... Did I kill this one? I don't remember. Don't
You
think I
did everything to her at once.
Oh, you're so correct.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
A shiver passes through me as unseen fingers dance across your skin. I remember the violence you inflicted on me, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. I felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free.
The ghost one.
Without sin, there is no
Yes.
redemption. And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms. Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye. It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But together, we left it all behind and found a world free of burdens. We found the beauty in accepting our dance. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me. And I hope you'll be happy to watch the world with me again. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's
Divine
still a
confidence.
piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Yeah, so
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say? I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back. The first time we met, I cut your throat open. If anyone should be apologizing for anything, it should be me. You're only trying to help.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin. I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either. I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that. No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you. I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean? You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, it wouldn't feel right, but I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Top left to turn off auto scroll.
Ah! That one?
Probably. You can hit the book to reread everything you missed.
Oh, fuck. I was like, damn, this is going too fast. Alright. As the other princess leaves the basement behind for the first time, it's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence filling the space that used to be flooded with violence of words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence and electricity, dissipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalks, eyes fixed on the cabin door. Feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore. She knows this. Yes, she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
God, saying I love you, she's gonna be like, we just met each other.
Follow your heart.
I'll do it for the sake of the game.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
You're so right. You know, my big old Arakakra hands, or Kinku hands, or ugly, scrungly hands.
Freaky bird thing.
Freaky bird thing.
And that's the game.
What? Did it.
So, what'd you think?
It was good. It was really good.
Hell yeah. I cried when I first hit this ending.
This ending, you say?
Hee
Hee. Yeah, I am 100% crying, just like mild tears.
I feel that.
Meow. Wow. Axolotl.
Yeah. They have an axolotl.
Oh. Oh, I have the gallery.
Yeah. You want to take a glance at that?
Yeah.
Return the main menu in the list. Unless you want to click any of those other buttons.